Welcome to the Sheryl and Kelly show, where Sheryl Uehling from Tutoring with Sheryl and Kelly Dharmashi from Tutoring Tips for Teachers sit down and we do a monthly chat. And in this month's chat, we're talking all about the course that Kelly is creating for brand new tutors. And then we talk specifically about marketing tips, tricks, and tools that you can use to get noticed and grow your business. Sit back, relax, enjoy, but don't forget to take some notes and join us again next month when Sheryl and Kelly meet again to talk all things tutoring.
Sheryl from Tutoring with Sheryl and the tech coach for tutors. And I'm here broadcasting live from my awesome office with my good friend Kelly for the Sheryl and Kelly show. Welcome,
Hi.
Kelly.
Hi, Sheryl. Hi, everyone.
It's so good to see you. We're in the first part of March now. We've had a busy month since we've talked. Right before we hit the recording button, we were talking about all things tutoring, all things helping tutors, and we've learned a lot this last month. And I'm going to let you start because we're going to talk about a couple things. We're going to talk about the course that you're building out. We're going to talk about posting on social media, specifically on Instagram, and how that's driving business to your business and was driving business to my business. And I need to get back to that. And then we're going to end up with talking about marketing in our local neighborhoods. So let's start with your course.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Sheryl. Well, I'm excited about this because I'm just completing a new course. I'm uploading it into Thinkific so people can easily access it and have lifetime access to it, all the videos, all the ebooks, all the course notes that go with it. And I'm excited about it because, Sheryl, there is it's really hard for new tutors to get started and find a course that is going to give them really honest information, honest, useful, practical information at an affordable price. So this course is going to be well under $100, which is amazing because if you want to join like a coaching program or many of the new tutor courses, they can be $1,000. Sometimes I had one person contact me once telling me that they were going to sign up with this coach. They wanted to just start tutoring, just start their business. They were going to sign up with this coach, and it was going to be a minimum of $1,000 to access their program. I was like, that's a lot of money when you're first starting out, right?
Yeah. You don't have the money. You're living on a teacher's salary. We don't
Yeah,
make that much money.
exactly. And you're doing this because you want to make more money, right? So obviously, whenever you start any business or any side hustle, there's going to be a small investment. But for tutoring, I think if you invested $100 in for the course and then TutorBird and whatever other odds and ends you needed, that's more than enough. Like, you should be off to the races with that small investment, and you should be able to make back, $500 a month, $1,000 a month, or even more than that. I personally make about between 4,000 and 5,000 a month, and I work less than 10 hours a week. So it's possible to make that much money tutoring in a small amount of time, but you shouldn't have to spend $1,000, even $500, like thousand. It's all this money learning how to do it. Like it does.
Yeah.
I think there's something missing there. So I'm excited to be able to provide this course at a low cost for tutors. And I'm going to give you really honest, practical information, all the stuff that I have learned since I started out. And believe me, I have spent way too much money often on coaching, Sheryl, right?
I
And
do.
so much time trying to figure things out. So I'm taking all of that money and time that I've spent, and I'm like really condensing it down into this course so that you can complete this course. And I haven't fully finished it, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be under 2 hours and under $100. And wow, and you're going to have everything you need. You're going to have the blueprint that you need to really start your business in a very realistic, sustainable, practical way. So I'm so excited about this. And my goal is to have this out to all the tutors by April 1st, April Fool's Day. I know, but no fooling around. I'm going to have this out to you, to all the tutors, so that people who are just starting out and want to get started in tutoring can access this course and get themselves up and running for a very small investment of time and money, and have this great business that's going to make them money for well into the future. So I'm excited about that.
I love that. I love that. And here's the thing. I've bought your courses. I've followed your courses. The way you lay things out, well, number one, you're brutally honest. And I think we need to have the truth. Like there's not like any hidden gimmicks behind tutoring. You either, you come with a certain skill set, you're going to do it, but then you lay out a roadmap that people can follow, and it's very simple. And so it's not all of this like, oh, you could do this, this, and this. It's like, well, why don't you just try this and take these simple steps to do it? And you provide actionable steps that get results. And I think people really appreciate that.
Oh, thanks, Sheryl. That's my goal. And that's what I would appreciate too. And when I was first starting out, and even now, I appreciate, when I can get that really honest, truthful, none of this get rich quick business, because it's just not, it's not that kind of business. I don't even know if that kind of business exists. If it does, put it in the comments, because I want to start.
Let us know. We would love to get the insider tip on that. So you're putting it on Thinkific, and you're going to have the course out on the 1st. And, just in case people haven't found you yet, you are on the Facebook group, Tutoring Tips for Teachers.
Yeah.
And you want to tell them a little bit about that as well, in case they're brand new here?
Yeah, sure. Come and join us at this Facebook group, Tutoring Tips for Teachers. This is for, I started it originally for teachers who wanted to start tutoring, because I was a teacher. I started my own tutoring business while I was teaching. So, but we welcome all tutors. So if you want to start or grow your tutoring business, come and join us there. It's a great community. We've got lots of fun, exciting things going on. In March, we're going to have our next Tutor Buddy meetup, where we have a Zoom call and we chat together about all things tutoring. So there's all kinds of cool, fun stuff like that. And it's a really supportive, fun group. So definitely come and join us. And if you want some tips, some actionable tips, like Sheryl said, go on to the Tutoring Tips for Teachers YouTube channel, and there's lots of tips there as well to get you started. And those are free tips on YouTube.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Yeah. It's great. And, I hop in there once or twice a week just to see what's going on in the tutoring world. And people ask really good questions. And there's so many people with experiences. I mean, it's free advice. So that's kind of what you have to go with. But at least you can hear other people's experiences. So I think that's great. But we need to keep this moving, because you've got an appointment this morning. We don't want you to be late. We want to talk about marketing. And you can go about marketing a bunch of different ways. I mean, you can spend money on ads, which neither one of us highly recommends. You can grow a social media following. You can use TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. But I think you have to pick one, even YouTube. You have to be somewhere. You don't have to be everywhere, but maybe spend some time in one. And I've noticed your Instagram posts, and I think they're really powerful, because what you're doing is you're getting a behind the scenes account of like student experiences. And I know it works, because for a long time I was doing that. And then I kind of stepped away from that to work really on my tech coaching part. And I really need to get back to that, to get back to connecting with my families and future students. So tell us a little bit about what you've been doing and how it's been working.
Oh, okay. Well, Instagram, I've been finding, is a really great way to connect with families. And you know what? You're right, Sheryl, though. If you're just starting out, you should just pick one social media platform. And I actually talk about this in the course, about how you don't want to get overwhelmed by social media. Pick one platform, optimize your profile, optimize your posts, and I talk about all of that. So for me, right now, I am focusing on Instagram. I do have a YouTube channel as well for my tutoring business, which is like micro, less than 50 subscribers. And I've gotten a student from there. So it works, but Instagram is working really well, because it is a way to connect with my families. It's a way for them to easily share with their friends what I do. And it's a way for people to kind of like see me and get to know me before they call me. So I've been posting on, and again, like it is really hard to stay consistent with it. I'm not going to lie. Like you know what it's like. You have to be very disciplined, but I've been trying to post on stories every day. It probably ends up to be more like maybe 3 times a week. And I post a reel a couple of times a week as well. And I really try to focus it on, like you said, Sheryl, student success stories, useful tips for parents, like how to help your kids spell words, how to teach your 5-year-old to read, like that type of thing. Really useful, specific tips. And also talking about my own teaching strategies and the way I teach. So things that are purposeful, like you have to be very purposeful when you're posting. And then in your stories, you can post about offers that you have, how many spots you have open, what's your schedule, all of that kind of thing. And I'm finding that it's really working. So I have 5 new students coming in March, which is, for me, as a very small business, that's a lot. So it is definitely working. And you've been kind of moving off of social media for now and focused on more local marketing. So tell us about that, because that's really exciting. Offline marketing.
Yeah, it was really ironic because I'm the tech coach for Tutors, and we talk a lot about tech. We talk about your website, and we talk about, emailing and just all kinds of things in the tech hub for Tutors. But what I found is I really want the local kids. And the reason I like the local kids is it gives them the option to drive to my farm and meet out in our other office, our business office, to have a course or a lesson with me. But it also, I want to work with the local kids because I know about them, their schools, their families, the activities that they're in. I can go to their activities. It's not to say that I don't have kids that I work with outside of the state, because I do, and I do that online. But I've really been focused on that local marketing. So a couple things that I've done. Number one, I went out and actually I got them off of Amazon, and I bought some yard signs. They're actually kind of big, a little bit bigger than what I thought they'd be. I got a 24 by 36. I recommend something just a little smaller. I designed it just with a Google slide, believe it or not. I popped my image in, and they came, and they're great. I wish I had one in here. I just pulled them. They're out in my car because we're gonna have a really bad windstorm, so I didn't want them flying away. And I strategically asked people on Facebook if they would put them in their lawns, and I had an overwhelming number of people say yes. So in between the ground being frozen and not frozen, I've placed them around town, and I'm getting traffic on my website. And I know that because I finally, and I wasn't going to go here, but I will mention it, I went into analytics on Google, found the code, and I put it in my website, and I can see that traffic. And I've only had that up just a few days, and I'm getting hits on my website. So I know it's working. But the second thing that I did is I went to our local newspaper, and I put an ad in, just a classified ad. And it says, learn to read, reading tutor, in person, online. And then I have my website address, and that's going to run for 2 weeks, but it's going to go into a little, we call it the Clipper. It's just like this little newspaper that's got like local events and advertising in it. And so you can get it in your mailbox in town. So it just comes out every week. And so it's going to run for 2 weeks in there. And then it's also going to be on the digital version of the local newspaper. So I'm going to see if I can get a student from that. Actually, I did get one from this whole chain of events, and she just started. So
that's awesome.
It does work. It does work.
Yes, that's great. Yeah, offline marketing works, online marketing works, but you have to do it purposefully and do it right, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
wonderful.
All right. Well, I know that you've got a busy morning. We've covered a lot
Yeah.
in a short period of time, and I think we're going to wrap it up. Is there any last thing that you want to mention to the audience?
No, I think that's about it. Definitely check out Sheryl's Tech Hub for Tutors, because that's where you can learn all about Google Analytics and all that kind of cool techie stuff.
Yeah,
And
just got 2 new people to sign up, so we're excited. Our group is growing. It's always
that's awesome.
yeah,
That's
really
great.
excited about it.
That's
Yeah.
great. Yes. And come and join
Absolutely.
us at Tutoring Tips for Teachers in the Facebook group, and you'll get all the news and all the tips and all the info about this course that's coming out April 1st. I can't wait to see everyone there. And thanks
Yeah,
for this
absolutely.
chat, Sheryl.
Yeah, and I'm super excited about the next Tutor Buddy meet, and we'll
Yes,
see
that's
you
coming
soon.
this
So we're going to
month.
wrap it up so you're not late. You guys make it a great day and keep the learning going. Bye.
Bye.